Hey everyone, welcome to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum in Jackson for Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. Sorry for the delay, had some technical difficulties. We are ready to bring you week 2 action of the high school football regular season here in Mississippi. If this is your first time watching the show, we're a live cut-in show for high school football, basically the RedZone Channel. So we've got a lot of good games on tap for you tonight. Our sponsor again, Performance Therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. And we want to thank Roosters and Basil's in Flowood. It's one location for 2 restaurants. Fuel this pregame. You get just about anything you want over there. You can eat burgers, chicken tenders, red beans and rice. And then if you're feeling a pizza or a sandwich or a panini, Basil's right there too to hook you up. So make sure you visit either Basil's or Roosters in Flowood. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of the games that we are going to be covering tonight. How about Germantown and Canton? This is the 11th all-time meeting between these 2 Madison County schools. Germantown is 9-1 all-time against the Tigers. Canton's only win against the Mavericks came in 2019. In a matchup of what many consider to be the top 2 teams in the state, Madison Central and Brandon are meeting up. The series history between these 2 is as even as it gets. The last time the road team won in this matchup was in 2014 when Madison Central beat Brandon 21-14. The quarterback for Brandon that year was Gardner Minshew. Tupelo and South Haven. Tonight is our first look at Tupelo, and the Golden Wave are replacing just about everyone from a class that won 22 games the last 2 years. South Haven is in its first year with head coach Randall Montgomery. Then you have Ocean Springs and Oak Grove. Defending 7A champ Oak Grove is at home, taking on the coast's most dominant team the last 3 years. Oak Grove beat Grenada last week, while Ocean Springs fell at home to Madison Central. South Panola and Oxford. South Panola is coming off a run to the 6A North Finals where they lost to Grenada. Meanwhile, Oxford should feel good about this matchup. They've won their last 5 games against the Tigers. And there's Pearl and Warren Central. The Pearl Pirates got a win in the first game with new head coach Jonathan Schooler. Tonight they're in Vicksburg taking on an 0-1 Warren Central team that has not started 0-2 since 2013. Clinton and Northwest Rankin is another one. Clinton was the team that beat Warren Central last week. The Arrows won 1 game last year, and they look like they're going to pile up some W's here in 2024. Northwest Rankin, meanwhile, entering their home opener off a loss to Germantown. Then we have MRA and Pulaski from Arkansas. This game is going to feature a very crazy matchup from last year. Remember, last year, MRA lost on a last-second field goal, and then there's some crazy things that happened at the end of the game. So Pulaski has won 10 state championships in Arkansas in the last 20 years. And then we're also going to be looking at Grenada and Winona. Grenada made the 6A title. They lost to West Jones. Then Winona won the 3A title. As a matter of fact, they went undefeated, going 15-0. Those are our matchups for tonight. Now let's get a word from our sponsor, Performance Therapy.
Hey everyone, my name is Thomas Tubby, and I'm the Director and Physical Therapist at Performance Therapy in Florence. Here at our Florence Clinic, we offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, and athletic training services. In the clinic, our physical therapists and occupational therapists treat everything from babies to athletes who are trying to get back to their sports, to our older patients who might have balance and fall issues. From the athletic training perspective, we have 3 athletic trainers that treat our local schools. They're the first line of defense for our schools with those injuries, and they refer them to the doctor so they can get the care they need, and then they get their referrals back here and we get them back to their sports as quickly as possible. I think the thing that sets us apart is not only our involvement in the community, but our commitment to our community. And I think that's best exemplified by the fact that we put on a 5K each year that goes to benefit our local schools, their medical science academies, and their sports programs. From a clinic perspective, our therapists are some of the very best in the area. We have a personalized approach where we are with you at all times is our main goal. If you're in the Florence area, you can reach us directly at our Florence clinic, or we have 14 other clinics in Mississippi that you can reach to. We are Performance Therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results.
All right, thanks again to Performance Therapy for sponsoring Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live. Our first game of the night is going to be Brandon and Madison Central. Like we said, the road team has not won a game in this series since 2014. Brandon, the home team tonight, and keeping with tradition, I guess you could say, Brandon up 14-0 right now. Madison Central with the ball here in the third quarter. The last time that, now Brandon and Madison Central met twice back in 2021, and that was when Madison Central won a state championship. They beat Brandon in that championship game by the count of 24-17. So here we go for Brandon and Madison Central. Let's go live to the Bulldogs and Jaguars.
Yeah, and Preston Ashley, great job on a one-on-one on Singleton. It was basically, after about a few yard pickup there, just one-on-one tackling with Preston Ashley. Ashley picking up where he left off last week. I believe he had 4 tackles.
Preston Ashley does a very good job tackling in space as a defensive back. 2nd down and 4. Johnson, pump fakes, looking, going to go downtown, fade route, up top, one-on-one coverage, and that's a picked off going the other way. That's going to be Trey McQueen off the bounce. 30, 35, jumps a tackler, and he's up to the 45-yard line. First down, Bulldogs. First turnover of the night, brought to you by Elite Physical Therapy.
And a couple of flags to end this play. I'm not sure who this is going to go against, but I believe the interception is going to stand. But, boy, tell you what, Lahari Bowles, again, ran it all the way.
Rumble, let's go! About 65 yards, and the Greyhounds are on the board.
That's what we need right there. BJ Osmer, have yourself a game, sir.
How about special teams, Trey, starting out here in the 3rd quarter? First, you get the recovered onside kick for Oak Grove to set this entire drive up, and then the Hounds block a field goal and run it back 65 yards.
You know what? And that when your offense is struggling, sideline morning here, I would imagine on Ocean Springs. But okay, we'll take that. William.
Okay, so you just saw Ocean Springs run back a blocked field goal attempt for a touchdown against Oak Grove. These two teams met in 2022. The last matchup, Ocean Springs won 42-25, but Oak Grove leads the all-time series 6-2. So the PAT is good. It's 14-7. Seeing what else is going on out there, we got South Panola leading Oxford 19-14. Oxford had a touchdown not too long ago, but let's go there. South Panola with the football, up 19-14.
Up 3. They'll bring up 3rd and 12 for this South Panola offense.
This Nash Morgan-led offense.
That's right, Brian. Getting down to the wires of our defense.
Okay, now we're at Pearl and Warren Central. Pearl with a trailing 7-0. Warren Central with the ball inside the Pearl 5-yard line, and the Vikings get a touchdown. So it's a 2-score lead now for Warren Central, 13-0.
3-yard scamper for Eric Collins, and for the 2nd time tonight, Collins touches pay dirt, and now a 2-score lead for Warren Central as they take the opening kickoff, Brandon, and an emphatic offensive drive to push this one to a pending 14-0 lead.
That's right, Brian. Again, things that we know that the defense will trend to get better at is stopping the run game from the Vikings going forward. They definitely proved true that the run game is something that
Ball game. Peyton Williams going to put foot to ball and kick this one low, and it'll be fielded right at the 2-yard line and right out across the 20, still on his feet across the 25, and tackled right at the 30 is the return man, Chevelle Williams. They'll mark him down at the 31-yard line. Action in the 3rd quarter brought to you tonight and all season long by Ball AC Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. For more than 25 years, Ball has served the Ocean Springs and Gulf Coast communities for all of your home service projects. If you need a new AC system,
bring me up. Okay, our next stop, introducing Tupelo and South Haven. Tupelo up 20-0 on the South Haven Chargers. Tupelo on the road tonight. Like we mentioned at the top of the show, Tupelo replacing just about everybody. They won 26-19 at Whitehaven, which is in the Memphis area last week. Meanwhile, South Haven has a new head coach. It's Randall Montgomery replacing Eddie Stevenson. Montgomery was a head coach at North Panola for the past 4 seasons. He went 29-16, had 2 Region 2, 3A titles. He also coached at Columbus, and he got his start, where a lot of people know him from, at Hazelhurst, where the Indians dominated Class 3A and won the 2012 state title. Let's go live to Tupelo and South Haven and Andy Lee.
Starts in the shotgun. He's got Hill flanked to his right, 2 receivers to the near side, and 2 tight ends. Book on the right side of the former 1 tight end. Gillen to Hill, who stays on his feet, fighting for yards, still on his feet to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first-choice insurance first down for J.J. Hill. Just hard running, and those Charger defenders, all 3 of them, slow to get up. Hatch, Amari Evans, and Lee Jackson. A lot slower getting up after taking that punishment from Hill.
That was about a 4-yard run that J.J. turned into 11. They're the Chargers, but he was charging at them at that point, Andy. That was impressive, just in a crowd.
Red zone opportunity here for the Dogs. 2nd down and 5. Ball sits at the 17-yard line on the near hash. Shack again going to give it to Martin. C.J. Martin doing some nifty running, picks up another 3 on the play.
He's done a good job of finding the holes, and to tell you what, Madison Central defenders is getting right in those gaps and making sure he doesn't break.
Sparing Tyson Robinson. We'll keep it right here. Chris, Tyson okay, just getting a breather?
Yeah, and that's something, Coach said it in a show and said it, pre-game as well, that he didn't want him touching the ball 30 times this game. So he's standing right there by Coach the entire time, walking his hip. So I think they're just trying to get.
Yeah, not a good punt. It's going to go out of bounds somewhere around the 35, 36-yard line of South Panola, depending on where the official spots it. Actually, going to say right at the 40.
Well, the Chargers are going to get the football here. 1st and 10 in good field.
A drop in the bucket at the 40-yard line. Braylon Matthews, another big catch for him.
You said it, Andy. Dropping in the bucket. He had about 3 yards to work with there before going out of bounds, and Matthews able to run it down. A perfect throw, perfect loft on it right there near that South Haven sideline to the left side.
Gain of 20. Another big gain by Matthews.
On the entire way tonight. Here's the give to Matsey left side. He's inside the 40, pushing his way to the 37. Picked up about 3 off the left side before he was knocked off his feet by number 93. That is Trey.
And wide open in the end zone. Oh, he slipped. Unable to make the catch. Ty Spicer, number 20, the intended receiver, just kind of lost it in the lights and slipped in the end zone, but he was wide open.
He's going to be dropped after a gain of 1 to the 36.
Well, 3rd down coming up for Oxford. Big 3rd down play here. I think you're in 4th down territory for sure, but would love to get it here.
Actually, they said no gain. So 3rd and 7 at the 40, at the 37, excuse me. Play action, Dean back to throw, looking left, shuffling his feet. Nobody there, now rolls left, throws it down the sideline. He's got his man incomplete on the sideline. Pretty good coverage as McGlone went up against the defender, Jamar.
Back, and off to Hill off the left side. He's gone. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Tupelo. The Olay defense by the Chargers. They're just tired of wrapping him up, and that's a 40-yard touchdown run by Hill. Greg.
That was impressive. Once he broke the line of scrimmage, there was nobody going to catch him.
Nobody.
I don't think anybody touched him, Greg.
He went.
The run, and that's going to be a hard 3 or 4 yards for Mikael Hoog.
Being running back 5'9", 168. Runs hard. Not a good sight here. We'll see Trey McQueen limping off a little bit.
2 touchdown runs of 1 yard. This one's substantially longer. 40 yards out. 26-0 Golden Wave, 10:37 to go in the 3rd quarter, and they'll go for 2. Gillen in the shotgun, and he'll keep. And short is the call on the field.
Went down awkwardly, got pulled backwards, but was short of the line to gain. That 2-point conversion just short there, Andy. He didn't.
It's a design run and just.
Chargers. Here comes Manning in the game. First time we've seen him out there at running back as Matsey comes out.
Chargers had 12 men on the field. They got to get someone off, and they do. Still plenty of time. 8 seconds on the play clock.
1st and 20 at the 39. Manning over the left shoulder of Dean. Dean's going to take the snap. Little screen pass to Manning, caught in the backfield. He cuts inside the 40, gets back to the 39, and that's it. No gain on the play.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 20 for the Chargers.
Well, based on last year's result, we thought Grenada and Winona would be a little closer, but tonight it is not. Grenada up 35-0. So we're probably just going to cut loose from here. But Winona won last year's matchup. So Grenada definitely getting some revenge, and they're getting it at home. 35-0. They look like they're well on their way to a victory. Let's go back now to Oxford and South Panola as Oxford has the ball trying to retake the lead. Now let's go to Brandon and Madison Central. Madison Central with the football. Head coach Toby Collins said tonight they were going to try and slow things down while trying to keep the Ferrari, that is the Brandon offense, on the sideline as much as they can tonight. Thing is, they've been successful at keeping the score down, but they got to score points as well. Let's go now to Canton and Germantown. They're out of halftime. Canton Tigers and the Germantown Mavericks. Canton has only beaten Germantown one time in school history. Germantown 9-1 all time against their Madison County rival. And right now the Mavericks, they had a big win over Northwest Rankin last week, are up 14-6 here in the third quarter. Yeah. All right, so there's no audio right there. We'll keep an eye on that game since it's close. Meanwhile, while we're going to that one, Oxford just scored. So Oxford now has a 20-19 lead over South Panola. We're waiting the PAT, so let's see if we can catch that PAT in action, and we'll go to another game after that.
Line drive, and it is good. So the sideline warning does not matter. Chargers get the big play, the explosive play, a 34-yard touchdown pass to McGlone, and with 4:02 to go in the third quarter, the Chargers now lead 21.
Going to be dragged down. Look at Aiden Watson come up and make the tackle on Chevelle Williams.
Aiden heard us up here talking about the breakfast next week. He says, hold on a moment. That's my title. That's my crown.
Well, look, Trey, I mean, look, you know, not only do you stop him, you push him back a yard. If Coach Causey was thinking, hey, maybe we might try something. Now, we're all going to get the heat timeout, so we'll have a minute or two to kind of think about this. 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ocean Springs and Oak Grove knotted at 14. At Mississippi Pediatric Associates, Dr. Van Worm has been serving the Mississippi.
All right, so Canton has got something going against Germantown. A big play down the field, so the Canton Tigers have a chance to punch one in and maybe go for two and tie the game. At 14-6 right now is the count. Germantown up. No audio there, so that you're just going to hear me talk, and hopefully I don't say anything too dumb. Anyway, so let's see if the Tigers can get something going here on 1st and goal as we're keeping our eye on other games. Ocean Springs and Oak Grove tied at 14 now as that running play goes nowhere. Madison Central got a good drive going against Brandon. Let's jump back there real quick before we go come back here to Germantown Canton.
And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play. It'll be right there at the sticks.
Boy, getting penetration again. Able to slow the play down a little bit. Stephen was still able to get 3 yards out of the run.
That'll be a first down. That's the 9th first down of the night for Madison Central. 3:38, third.
All right, back at Canton and Germantown. The Germantown defense comes up with a big sack. So Canton, after getting inside the 10, is now backed up to what looks like the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from a long ways to go for the Tigers. Meanwhile, back at Brandon and Madison Central, the Brandon defense comes up with a big play of its own on 1st and 10. We also have MRA and Pulaski about to get started in the third quarter. Those teams love to throw the ball, and if the passes are not being completed, it's going to be a long night. It's 27-14 Pulaski at halftime. All right, now we're going to go back to Canton and Germantown. Here's Canton's 3rd and goal from the 20. Looking around, that might have been a legal forward pass, and they're going to call it. Okay, so Germantown, another good stop there. Wait and see if Canton can kick a field goal. Meanwhile, we are looking for something going on. We've got a player cramping at South Panola and Oxford. Oxford up 21-19. Warren Central with the ball against Pearl. It's 14-0. And it looks like Canton's staying on the field to, they're not going to kick a field goal here. They're going to try and get a touchdown and capitalize on that big play they had just a moment ago. So let's hang out here and wait for it. And we'll talk about more games that we got going on right now. Tupelo still up 26-0 on South Haven. We saw that touchdown to get them up 26. Hey, let's go to, and then Pearl just recovered a fumble against Warren Central. So we will go to that game because Pearl will be in Warren Central territory. Canton QB trying to make something happen, and that is going to do it. So the Germantown defense gets a stop. It's 14-6. Let's go now to Pearl and Warren Central.
Looking at it here on the replay, I want to hear from you, Roy Harper.
Yeah,
He's juggling.
Incomplete. Even if he really didn't make the football move, he was hit just as soon as the ball got to him. So I think it's the right call.
Like he didn't have full possession of it before actually getting hit. Or the handoff from Morgan, that's going to be to number 6 for the Vikings. Aiden Greer getting more yardage again against the Pirate defense.
Another 11 yards on the handoff and another Renaissance Bank first down for Warren Central, now into Pirate territory. And, man, we could have used that turnover in the worst way. Those turnovers went our way in the first half. Now they're not, and we're going to have to burn a timeout as we could not get our substitutions right.
Got a man wide open. That's going to be Steffen. And Steffen's hit, and flags come in. Chris, what's all those flags? There's about 17 of them.
Well, you got 2 different penalties on this, so we're going to have to sort it all out. So it could be illegal man downfield, which I think is going to be one of them, but I'm not sure what the one's coming from behind unless it's going to be a face mask on Brandon. So they got a lot to sort out right here.
Yeah, interesting play there.
Head calls for the football. He will hand it off to Will Smith. He bounces it out to the left side. He's across the 10, charging down to the 6. Call that a pickup of 8.
Props to Cuevas, the center, for trying to sell a
Levi.
little. Yeah, you know, we were talking about theater at halftime. There's a prospect right there. He tried to sell that. I would have given it to him. I'm a little biased, though.
3rd down. Looks like about 3. Whitehead takes the snap. He charges left side. He's got plenty of space inside the 5 to the pylon.
Is he in?
Touchdown, Greyhounds! And Ocean Springs has the lead.
How about that, folks? Down 14-0. You know, 14 coming out from halftime, 14-0. Oak Grove surprises you with an onside kick. They drive down the field. They're within the red zone. Your defense makes a stop, blocks the field goal, returns it, and here we are, 20 unanswered points, extra point pending.
Good snap, good hold, good kick.
And that one is in the parking lot.
21-0 Ocean Springs.
First down and 10. Shack going to throw the screen to Quincy Phillips. Phillips breaks a tackle, going to pick up a couple on the play.
Flag's going to come in at the end. We've tried to really get Quincy some opportunities one-on-one.
Third quarter, and they will not run another play.
And stay tuned with us here on PMB.
All right, third quarter action just starting in MRA and Pulaski. MRA at home tonight against Pulaski Bruins from Arkansas. Pulaski's 3-0 all-time against MRA. They won last year 45-43 in a controversial finish. So MRA led the game 21-8 at halftime. Pulaski came all the way back and forth, kicked a 40-yard game-winning field goal with 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pulaski students got on the field got on the playing surface on the ensuing kickoff No flag was thrown on the play. The MRA coaches were livid. Hey, there's a Brandon touchdown. Got to it just in time. And that's how that one ended. But here's the Bulldogs now going up 3 scores. The touchdown run makes it 20-0 over the Madison Central Jaguars. Let's go back now. Oh, how long? Let's see if we can get a replay. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. Brandon normally does replays. Doesn't look like we're going to get one there. We can hang out for the PAT. All right, let's run over to kick is good and pass is incomplete at MRA. So we're going to keep an eye. Oh, here comes a replay. No, never mind. They're killing me with their graphics and their wipes. Are we going to get one? Jake Wimberly? Come on, Jake, what do you got for me? I'm going to have to ask him about it. Okay. There it comes. Oh, let's go. No, what is happening? Was that the wrong one? And we just missed it again. I give up. Give up. We're done. We're done. We're done. All right. MRA and Pulaski, let's go live there until I find something else to ruin.
Twins to both sides. Now that receiver, the running back, becomes the third receiver to the right. Cobb drops back, throws it deep down the right side, and he's going to be incomplete. Number 8, William Sabota, had A.J. Parker on his back, but when he went up to grab it, A.J. did a good job of getting through him as the ball was arriving. Just good coverage by A.J. Parker there. 2nd down and 10. Brandon Cobb, the senior.
Once Blunt grabs it in a hurry to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, up into it at the 41. That ball was bouncing off the turf, and our defender was only about 3 yards from Blunt when he picked it up and ran it back for about an 11-yard return.
Smelling blood. We'll see if they can capitalize.
The Warriors are starting to play a little sloppy.
Hall is going to step up, fire it into oh my goodness, almost intercepted there. Had a chance that Eric Johnson was really the only guy eligible to make that catch.
Hey, Eric Johnson, we could have had a tip drill there, maybe tipped it up, and Nettles could have caught it. But yeah, the only 2 people within the vicinity of that football was were both Greyhound defenders, Johnson at corner and Nettles in the safety position. And I don't know if we just got a gust of wind or what, but this press box is rocking.
3rd down, 24. Hall looks over the middle. He's going to fire. He's got a man open, and he makes the catch. And once again, they convert a giant 3rd and long. Catch is made by Charles Stevenson Jr. Credit Hall for delivering a beautiful pass.
And that was not an easy catch, because as he was catching and taking that first step, our defense was there putting shoulder into chest, and he was able to hold on to that ball.
Massive conversion. Oak Grove, boy, they needed that one. My goodness. 1st and 10 now at the 38-yard line. 2:10 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Hall looks right this time. He's going to fire it. Catch is made by the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage. He gets out of one tackle, charges up the sideline, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. It's Caden Smith. He'll have another 1st down. They'll say he'll be right at the midfield stripe.
Smith has been Hall's favorite wide receiver target tonight, and he's proven why. He's got size.
Here's our first look at Clinton and Northwest ranking. Clinton, like we mentioned at the top of the show, won just 1 game last year. Well, they're up 20-12 on Northwest ranking with the ball to start the 3rd quarter. The Arrows taking on a Northwest Rankin team that lost at Germantown last week. Northwest Rankin leads the all-time series 15-11, and they won last year 21-14. Clinton won in 2022 and 2021. Clinton led by first-year head coach John Carr, replacing Judd Boswell, who stepped down to be full-time athletic director after 12 seasons, and he's got those Arrows off to a great start. Let's go listen to that one. Back up. Can't listen to something there's no sound coming from, huh? All right, so Clinton driving. We'll keep an eye on that one. Let's go to Germantown-Canton real quick. Germantown about to kick a field goal. They don't have audio either, but at least we can show it to you if we can get there in time. Kick is up, and it is good. So Germantown up 17-6. Some pause in the action. Looking around. Let's go to Brandon and Madison Central. And we'll do a little double box with commercial between Brandon and Madison Central right there.
That is a pickup of right around 11 yards on a first down.
Yeah, Delaney had 2 receptions for 30 yards last week against Ocean Springs. I hadn't really seen him get any targets tonight, but definitely caught that first.
Hand off, and that's a 5-yard pickup for Singleton. That's his first carry of the second half.
Wasn't sure if he was injured. I mean, we didn't see him in that last drive, but he's back in the ball game.
All right, we're back at Clinton Northwest Rankin. Arrows driving. Here's a word from our sponsor, Performance Therapy.
My name's Lauren Freeman. I'm the clinical director and a physical therapist here at Performance Therapy in Raymond. Here in Raymond, we see a wide variety of patients, anywhere from sports injuries and injury preventions to patients that are recovering from total joint replacements and any wide variety of surgeries. We see patients that are needing help with balance and general strengthening for fall prevention. We see patients that have back pain, neck pain with radicular symptoms. We have a therapist that is experienced in vestibular-related conditions and vertigo. We have therapists that are certified in dry needling, BFR, and LSVT-B. Here in Raymond, each patient has an individualized and specific program just for them. We are very hands-on. We are family-oriented, and we like to be involved in our community and support our local schools with the assistance of our athletic trainer. If you're in the Raymond area, you can contact us at our local clinic, or you can reach out to any of our 14 locations statewide. We'll be happy to help. We are Performance Therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results.
All right, during the commercial break, Oak Grove just scored a touchdown against Ocean Springs to make it 21-21. Clinton, as you can see, driving here on the Cougars with 9:38 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of time left in that ball game. Pulaski just scored a touchdown on MRA, so the Patriots at home against the Bruins having some problems, down 33-14. Brandon up 21-0 on Madison Central. They just started the fourth quarter there. Pulaski kicking off to MRA. Pulaski, I don't believe they punt, and they do onside kicks, and they just tried an onside kick. It did not work. So we can go there, and we'll jump back to Clinton. Actually, let's hang out because they're getting guys on the field. It's 34-14, 34-14. Tupelo's up 33-0 on South Haven. Tupelo looking like they're well on their way to 2-0 to start the season. And just a whole lot of standing around on my screen here. Not a lot going on, boys. As Clinton is trying to make something happen on 2nd and long. And, man, doing his best over at Pearl and Warren Central. It's 14-0 Warren Central still. We saw Warren Central go up 14-0. Let's go now to MRA and Pulaski. MRA has the ball down 20.
Stockett takes a snap, looking, steps up, throws it, and it's going to be just off the hands of Case Thomas. Those Pulaski linebackers, they do a great job of rushing, but they also do a great job of getting in the passing lanes. They're just they're a good set of linebackers, creating a lot of havoc for the MRA defense.
For sure,
tonight.
they run like I said earlier, they run like a 3-4 defense. They can drop a linebacker down and make it a four down lineman, but they base out of a 3-4. And they like to fly those guys out and let them play coverage, and they're pretty good at it.
3 receivers right for Stockett, 2nd and 10 at his own 37. Takes a snap, looking right, throws right. Case Thomas with the grab. He's going to be close to the first down, but the referee on this side says it's going to be third down, about a half a yard short. And this is the point where the Patriots have got to start doing something.
That's right. That's exactly
They had it at the inside the one on 2 plays, didn't get it in on the first play, and then they had a penalty. And they've had other short yardage situations. 3rd and short, Stockett's ball is batted at the line. It falls to the ground.
All right, Clinton driving on Northwest Rankin still. This drive is taken for a very long time, and it is going to pay off for the Arrows. That looks like a touchdown for John Carr's squad. Clinton going up 26-12 on the road. How about that? The Arrows at Vicksburg last week, or at Warren Central in Vicksburg last week. Now they're in Flowood tonight, and they are up 26-12. How about the road Arrows off to a strong start? 26-12 there in the third quarter, getting set up for an extra point. Madison Central and Brandon still 21-0. Madison Central has the football. I think they're looking at a big hit or something like that as Madison Central players having to be walked off the field. The PAT good for Clinton, so it is 27-12. Let's go now back to Tupelo and South Haven for a minute. Tupelo up 33-0. South Haven with the football 2 minutes ago in the third quarter.
And run, he would have had the first down, but tried to get fancy with it with that pseudo pitch option type play.
That was an RPO, and I thought he had made the right decision until he let go of the football and tried to throw it. One of those plays that made Nick Saban lose a lot of hair around 2014-ish, whenever that RPO really became a thing. And
he was close to past the line of scrimmage, too, when he threw that one.
Certainly straddling it at the very least. Punt team out there, but here's where you got to watch out.
Returning it just a little bit.
Yeah, about 45 yards on the Colston Bennett punt, and Neal with about 2 or 3 on the return, and the frustration level quite high on the Pirates sidelines as we've just been unable to get anything going offensively tonight. Again, this is a Warren Central squad that gave up 26 points last week.
That's right.
To a young Clinton Arrows team in that 26-20 loss, but the defense has been lights out so far tonight.
Morgan, that'll be a handoff to number 15, Blake Carruthers.
Actually, I think it's 19. Looked like
19.
Yeah, it looked like 15. He was moving in a hurry.
Going too fast again.
They're going to call him for a horse collar on that call.
Yeah, they're going to get Ashton Moore on the horse collar, but man, Khalil Norwood almost was able to make that tackle for a loss to get back there once the handoff was made, and he did a great job of scraping down the line of scrimmage. But as he got really close to making that tackle, the offensive tackle for Madison Central was able to kind of peel off just a little bit, shield him from and not allow him to make that tackle on Singleton. But yeah, they're going to get Ashton Moore now.
We'll check and see officially on that as the extra point by Thompson is up and good. 11:33 now to go in the football game. 21 unanswered points for the Oxford Chargers as they lead South Panola 28-19. We'll take a break and we'll be back with
the ball's got to come back to where it was.
Yeah, I think that's what Sam's telling you, the side judge over here.
Yeah, so he did get that. He's like, I got him on the right. But I never saw the flag for a holding, but there was an offsetting penalty. So they called a horse collar, even though it looked like he got him from the side of the shoulder. But they did call holding, so offsetting replay second down.
So it'll be second and goal back at the 7. We got 10-12 to go in the ball game. Brandon on top 21-0. Madison Central trying to cut into this lead right here. Back off to each side of Johnson. Heavy set. Going to hand the football off. Nope, Johnson's going to keep it himself, and Johnson is going to push forward, and he is in for the first Madison Central touchdown of the night, a 7-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, looked like it was going to be a handoff going to the right side. Johnson, actually, that was a direct snap to Singleton, I do believe, Jake. Yeah, direct snap to Singleton.
Yep, direct snap to Singleton.
And looked like it's just going to be a handoff, and Singleton kept it himself, peeled off to the left side, got to the 2, and had a little help from his offensive lineman to get put.
Great back screen over to the left side. That's Walker who makes the grab, and he slipped through a couple of tacklers. He's down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal. McMillan on the tackle for the Patriots. The Patriots have given up a big play down to the 6-yard line, and they need a Big Ten Tire Pros red zone defensive stop. 6:06 to play in the third quarter. They trail by 34-14 count. Here comes Cobb rolling to the right. Now he's going to cut it up. He's rolling back to his left. He's under pressure. He finds a man wide open in the end zone, and it is going to be good for a touchdown. And the Patriots just completely lost him.
Yep, they did.
There was a man running wide open in the end zone.
All right, that was a pretty nice touchdown pass there. You see him wide open in the back of the end zone, and then the catch is very nice. So here we're at Clinton and Northwest Rankin. Northwest Rankin driving on the Arrows, trying to respond to that touchdown drive the Arrows just had, and they will not do it quite yet on 1st and goal as the Clinton defense gets a stop. Let's jump down to Clinton and Warren Central. Pearl and Warren Central, excuse me. Pearl and Warren Central. Well, they were running a play, Clinton. Never mind. That's a touchdown to Clinton and Warren Central. I'm going to be sick. Clinton, Northwest Rankin. You guys got to tell me when to stop talking. Touchdown, Northwest Rankin. I didn't realize how fast they were going because I'm watching the other one. So Northwest Rankin gets a touchdown. It's 27-18. They are not going to go for 2, it looks like. They are getting ready to kick a PAT. They got a big hit coming at Pearl and Warren Central. So here comes the PAT for the Cougars, who are up 27. We're down 27-18, and now they are down 27-19. The PAT good. So we got a ball game there out in Flowood. Let's go back to Pearl and Warren Central, who I jumped to way too soon. 14-0. Time running out, though. The Vikings trying to run the clock out on the Pirates and trying to avoid an 0-2 start for the first time since 2013. Vikings just a model of consistency in football here in Mississippi. So let's go live to Warren Central, 14-0.
Yeah. Pirates last week against Neshoba Central at home only gave up 89 yards rushing, and tonight Warren Central with over 220, so clearly a deficit tonight that's been a deficit on the scoreboard as well. Here comes Collins again.
And Brian, he's almost just bouncing off of Pirate defenders out there, just trying to make the route happen. Collins with the run again. And if you're tuned in, that's the Rogers Dabbs replay that you're seeing currently on PMB Sports.
And there was a flag. It came flying out right after the end of the play.
Roy, what are you seeing down there? What was the sights as far as potentially why that flag was thrown?
I couldn't tell. It was all the way on the other side. It was in the big pile after the play. I would assume it's going to be a personal foul on somebody. And probably, Pearl, we're losing a little composure out there. The guys are getting manhandled and getting frustrated.
Yeah, it's a dead.
Good snap. Good kick. Much better effort than we've seen out of the Oak Grove punter here lately. That punt will take a friendly Warrior hop.
They might have a new punter.
They may have a new punter. Bryson Smith will let that one roll dead at the 32-yard line. So the Hounds will take over. So no harm, no foul there after Hounds.
All right, so we're back at Germantown and Canton. In Germantown, I can't believe they're going to flag him for that? What's he doing back there in the end zone? Germantown gets a touchdown, making it 23-6 now. Mavericks over the Tigers. Germantown looks like it's well on its way to a 2-0 start unless the Canton Tigers can mount a comeback. So Germantown in a good position there. Let's go back to Brandon and Madison Central. Brandon trying to put this game away from the Jaguars. It's 21-7 Bulldogs.
Right at the 47-yard line. Bulldogs again eating clock here. Again, last week a track meet for the Dogs. This week a grinded out defensive ball game. Coach Williams said before the half, hey, we're learning how to play and win different types of football games. Not all going to be the same for sure. And
another handoff there from Morgan to number 6. Continuously Brian handing it to Greer there. And again, like you said a minute ago, just handing it off to run the clock down a little bit for them. And that continues to be in the favor of the Vikings.
Yeah, only 2 timeouts remaining for Pearl and down by 2 scores. Not really a point in burning them at this particular moment as Vikings continue to knock.
Receivers, balls at the 43-yard line. Shaq on the near side. He's done a great job tonight managing the offense. He has not turned it over yet. He's going to take that step back. You might want to look for that pooch punt right here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Nice kick by Shaq, as that ball is going to be taken at the 20-yard line. So that's the right play. 7:50 on the game clock. Madison Central thus far has not had a big pop play.
3 receivers to the left for Samuel Stockett, 1 to the right. Ball's in the middle of the field. Stockett throws it quickly out there to Fletcher Cox. He makes the grab inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, MRA. Fletcher Cox caught the little out route, the little
That's going to be Greer yet again, Bryant, with another score for the Vikings. That'll put them up. Scoring again. It'll be 20 Vikings, 0 for the Pirates.
Aiden Greer trying to catch up with Eric Collins' numbers, and from 12 yards out, Greer nets his first touchdown of the night. Collins now with 2, and Greer with 1. And
Technical difficulties running amok tonight. Here's South Panola and Oxford. South Panola with the football. Remember, they were up 19-7 at halftime. Oxford is definitely turned it up here in the second half. But South Panola trying to answer, and they're pushing the pile into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. This one isn't over yet. This will make it 28-25. We'll see if South Panola goes for 2 or if they kick a PAT. In the meantime, while we wait to see that happen, we got Ocean Springs and Oak Grove tied at 21. It looks like someone's at midfield. I guess it's going to be Ocean Springs at midfield. We have Clinton up 27-19 on Northwest Rankin, and Clinton just went for it on 4th and 5 from inside their own 40. Surely that wasn't 4th down. They look like they're in a hurry. Now they called timeout. All right, so PAT good here, 28-26. And Madison Central backed up against its own end zone out against Brandon. It's going to be a tall order for them to come back in this one, but you never know what can happen under these Friday night lights. It's 21-7 Brandon.
He just pushed the tackle right back into the play.
Madison Central will punt this football out of their own end zone.
Brandon's going to play it safe right here and just kind of keep that defense on the field and not to let any fake trickery here.
Of time on the play clock, 15 seconds, 6:25 to go on the game clock. We're knotted at 21. Hounds with the football, 4th and less than a yard. I think Coach Bramlett's going to take his timeout here. That's exactly what he'll do. We'll take a 30-second break with him. 6:16 to go in this ball game. We're knotted at 21.
Job on that drive by the defense. Defense have really, of course, had a few penalties there here in the second half. First half.
And Story will get a handoff there to, that's going to be he was down there on the field, hard to see.
Yeah,
Bryant got a number on him.
I believe that was Jaden Thompson, number
right.
7, senior, who's been getting the start, and the Pirates really trying to crank up their ground game tonight after last week only 31 yards on the ground. Pirates now have eclipsed the century mark.
Don, I tried the onside kick there. It's only the difference of 25 yards. I know that sounds like a lot, but.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially the fact that you're trailing.
Yep.
So, or you could.
The pass off there to Jaden Thompson just to get some yardage. 2 minutes, 1:58 now on the clock. Certainly the time is continuing to tick down, Bryant, in this game against the Vikings. Not what we wanted to see tonight, but the Pirates are still trying to play strong.
Good athletic move there, or good athletic catch, should I say, by Jaden Thompson, able to catch that one below his knees, backpedaling, and then turn around, turn it into positive offensive yards and a Renaissance Bank first down.
Another handoff there to Thompson again, number 7, trying to get some yardage down for the Pirates. A connection we were really hoping to see a little bit more of, Brian, as we started it out in the first quarter. Looks to finally trying to come together a little bit here towards the end.
Yeah, it was tough sledding in the first half, especially for that run game. We've seen a little more positive momentum in the third quarter, but still not enough, as the clock now hitting 1 minute remaining in the fourth. Pirates got 2 timeouts, but no need to burn those here as we're going to run a couple of more plays and take this one to the house.
And Story will scramble a little bit just to get the ball out there. And that was an interception. That's going to be from number 2 on Warren Central, Landon Green, getting that interception from the Pirates, and he's going to run it in for another touchdown for the Vikings. But it does look like we have a flag on the field.
Dylan Story is down, grasping his leg.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, they took Dylan out again after that interception, and Coach Josh Morgan out there. We're going to see if we can get a look here on the Rogers Knapp replay as, they nothing malicious against Dylan, but one of those defensive linemen just took an extra shove, and Dylan again already gimpy after getting bent over, and that just makes things even worse. 42 yards later on the pick from Landon Green, that was not what you needed. You definitely don't need your quarterback to get hurt worse than he is, and you certainly didn't need to give up more points. There's discussion because there's a penalty flag dropped at about the 40-yard line. We'll see what the call's going to be. We're getting it here.
We'll pooch kick it again.
Jack setting up for that pooch kick, and we got a flag on the play or a stoppage on the play. Timeout, Brandon. They want to talk about it. Let's take one with them. 5:02 to go in the fourth quarter. 21-7. Dogs on top. Let's take a.
So far, you've referenced him a couple of times.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. They're going to say that there's intentional grounding, I believe, that Will was too far away from Sherrod.
I'll tell you what, Coach Bramlett will be
Coach
hurt.
Bramlett is he's looking to get that one.
He's either, I don't know if he's waving his team over, or I think he's waving
He's
the ref
trying to
over.
wave the official over. That is a major penalty because Sherrod was running away from the line of scrimmage to avoid pressure.
And the ball fell within a couple yards of a receiver, so I don't know what.
All right, so we're back at Northwest Rankin Clinton leading 27-19. Northwest Rankin got that touchdown, and then they get the ball back, and the Cougars are really moving the ball well here in the third quarter as that one gets them down near the 10-yard line. So the Cougars have a chance to maybe tie this game if they score a touchdown and go for 2. Keeping our eye on Ocean Springs and Oak Grove. I feel like they've been in the same spot for 15 minutes now. We'll get back to that one in a second. Brandon punting to Madison Central. It is 21-7 still with under 5 minutes to go. And Pulaski driving on MRA at this moment. 41-21 is the count, with Pulaski leading the host MRA Patriots, as the MRA defense just cannot get Pulaski off the field. They do not like to punt. That's not a thing they do. But here we'll stay with Northwest Rankin as the Cougars are running a 1st and goal from the 4. Inside handoff, and that looked like it really hurt. It doesn't look like you should be able to bend that way. Good thing I didn't play football. Let's run to MRA and Pulaski really quick. See if we can't get an MRA stop here with it 41-21.
He's going to go on the handoff to Weekly. He's going to get down close to the goal line, but he's going to be just short. He's going to get close to the 1. Actually, they only gave him the 2. I thought he got down to the 1. So he picks up a yard on the play. 3rd and goal, Cougars now.
Tell you there, that could have gone a lot of ways. And
Robert Fisher.
That was the worst one.
Kind of scrimmage for the Clinton Arrows. Now the Cougars are going to stack 2 wide receivers to the left side. Phillipson takes the snap, goes on the handoff to Weekly, goes off left tackle. He's going to get in the end zone. He's going to get on the board for the Cougars with 1:27 to go. The Cougars make it a 2-point ball game. It's now Clinton 27, Northwest Rankin 25. Now wait and see if the Cougars are going to go for 2 here, and it looks like they will as they keep the offense out on the field. Phillipson stays out there at quarterback. Now we've got Mikhail Smith checking into the ball game. He's going to check in at quarterback. Phillipson's going to come out. So Smith, more of a athlete playing quarterback than Phillipson. Expect some kind of misdirection or run and play. with Smith in the ball game. So Smith back in the ball game. He'll stack 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. He's got 1 running back. Now he puts Williams in motion from left to right. Smith's back looking throw. He's going to go across the middle. Oh, he had a man wide open. Couldn't bring it in. Tough play. Tough play right there for the Cougars intended for Jay Hurt. So the Cougars not able to convert the 2-point conversion. Your score will remain Clinton 27, Northwest Rankin 25, 1:27 to go in the third quarter.
Is going to roll far side. Johnson's going to throw it and complete to the big tight end, Jones. That's his 4th catch of the night to pick up a 5-yard line. And Lahari Bowles with a great hit and knocked him down.
Bowles is playing a great game tonight. Jones made the catch, but Bowles was there to kind of.
Well, what was that, Chris? What was that call?
They call roughing the passer again. I mean, it's a lot of little nitpicking against Brandon, but nothing going against Madison Central. I mean, it to me is going the same way both ways. Madison's just getting the calls right now.
That's right. So 28-21. Sam said Bryson was on the jet sweep. He could see. He looked up too soon. He was looking to see where he was going before he secured the football, and the football started bouncing around like a bat.
Yeah. All right, so I'm waiting for a signal, and they're going to say at South Panola and Oxford, South Panola runner down at the 2-yard line. So the Tigers mounting a comeback after Oxford mounted a comeback. While we wait for them to get set up, Brandon and Madison Central trying to get a score there late to try and make it interesting. It's still 21-7. Let's go back now to Oxford and South Panola. The Tigers with the ball at the Oxford 2-yard line, 5:56 to go in the fourth quarter. We're also keeping an eye on Ocean Springs and Oak Grove while this is happening. Let's go back to Brandon real quick because they have not figured out what they want to do at South Panola. That pass upfield, and no one's celebrating for Madison Central, so I'm assuming it is incomplete. And it appears to be so. And we are going to go to a timeout in Oxford and South Panola. Teams are coming off the field. Ocean Springs now has the football back after that fumble that was returned for a touchdown by Oak Grove. Let's go to Ocean Springs and Oak Grove. It's 28-21, Oak Grove over Ocean Springs.
On that last one as opposed to, what happened. So, and Bryson gets up gingerly, looks like on his left ankle.
Yeah, he had 2 guys tackling him, and he gets to the sideline immediately, lays down, and for Shelly Brown, the trainer, does an excellent job with these athletes, checking him out.
2nd down and 8. Jax Coleman, Nolan Wells now in as your receivers on the far right side. Will Smith lined up to the left. 15 seconds on the play clock. Whitehead calls for the football. He's going to run the left side. He tries to bounce it to the outside, and he'll step out at the 38 after a short gain of about 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
I wonder if Sherrod was told on the sideline by a member of the coaching staff, no unnecessary hits the rest of the night, because he is
the opposite of what Lamar Jackson was doing last night.
Yeah, where he was seeking them out, and that's the smart play, because he's pretty important to this team, and don't take any hits you don't have to. And Coach King trying to get Jax Coleman off the field. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Bryson back out now in the slot.
It's always good to see.
Nolan Wells on the right side. Whitehead's going to throw it. He's going to fire it, looking for Will Smith in the flat, but it's low and it's behind him. So that'll bring up 3rd down. And again, look, we've talked about it. I mean, Sherrod can throw the ball. We threw a couple of passes last weekend, threw a touchdown pass. Coach Bramlett going to keep the offense.
One from the backfield, drops to throw. Johnson steps up in the pocket, looks, rolls far side. Johnson, he's hit and pushed out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Boy, this secondary's been on it all night on the back end, and just Johnson hadn't found anywhere to throw the football. Yeah, again, just another coverage sack, although he wasn't sacked, lost yardage and had to basically force him to the sideline. But this secondary's played awesome tonight, making sure everything's in front of them, nothing behind them.
That's going to be the Cougar return man is going to make a good return up the right side. Excuse me, that's Cole Parrish. So much happened at one time, I couldn't get the words out of my mouth. That is a great return by Cole Parrish, the senior wide receiver return man for the Cougars. He gets the ball all the way back down, I believe, to the 36-yard line. So the Cougars are going to start with fantastic. And everybody thought Parrish would just let it go, but instead he catches it on the bounce and makes a great return all the way back up to the 36-yard line. Big play there by the senior Cole Parrish. Gavin Phillipson in at quarterback for the Cougars. He's going to work with 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. One of those running backs he puts in motion is Trip Weekly. He's going to go across the middle. Pass is too tall.
This is an offsides penalty.
Yeah, got a guy in the neutral zone. You know, Ross, the only problem with going fast like that is that we're giving them the ball back, and they're able to run more plays and tire our defense out.
Speaking of tired, huh, Coach Stamper? We have a visitor in the press box right now with Sam Stamper has joined us in the press box. Coach Stamper's taking a break real quick. 48-21 MRA trails, but they're pressing their foot on the gas, and DJ Watkins has just scored a touchdown for the Patriots. So the winning smile touchdown goes to DJ Watkins, and the Ely's extra point is coming up, and it's actually going to be an attempt at an Ely's 2-point conversion. So some Ely's extra point.
All right, if you're wondering what was happening with Oxford and South Panola, it looks like someone on the sideline was hurt on that play where South Panola got down to what appears to be the 2 or 3 yard line. They've got a cart out there trying to, looks like we have some medics out there, paramedics out there trying to assist whoever was hurt on that play. So that is what the delay is there. As soon as they get back underway there, we'll go back to Oxford for a very big play in that game. South Panola with the ball down 2. Meanwhile, MRA just got a 2-point conversion after a touchdown. So it is now 48-29 with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. They're coming back onto the field now for South Panola and Oxford. Brandon trying to run the clock out on Madison Central. Let's go to South Panola and Oxford. South Panola with the ball, 1st and goal with a chance to take the lead. And I'm back because there's no audio. Oh, look at the efforts. Touchdown, Tigers. It's South Panola now in front in Oxford. What a back and forth game this has been. South Panola had the lead. Oxford came back, and now South Panola retakes the lead. It's 32-28. Let's see what they do. I'm assuming they might try a 2-point conversion here. It looks like the offense is staying on the field. Meanwhile, over at Clinton and Northwest Rankin moving with the ball after that punt return. We will go back there in just a minute. Looking at other action, Ocean Springs and Oak Grove still 28-21. Oak Grove there. I think Ocean Springs has the ball. They do. It appears Ocean Springs has the ball, so we're going to go check that one out in just a minute as well. So we got a lot of close action here on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy. Let's see if South Panola can cash in on this 2-point conversion attempt. They're up 4, and now they are up 6. How about the Tigers? 34-28. Let's go to Clinton and Northwest Rankin. Someone's running away at Clinton and Northwest Rankin. Big play down the field. Let's go to Flowood.
I think it was a low kick. The hold, it was a low snap, and the hold I don't think was just right. And the kick was a line drive kick pretty much right into the teeth of that defensive line of the Arrows. So when things were looking mighty bright for the Cougars, now all of a sudden they're looking mighty bright for the Clinton Arrows.
That trips in the offset backfield. It'll be a handoff, and he's got plenty of room to run, and it'll be a big first down pickup there. That was, again, Martez Blackwell, the junior tailback. So they'll move the chains. Clock stopped 3:08 to
best field position here in the second half. So Clinton with great field position. So the Cougars get the great punt return, but not able to get anything out of it. Didn't get a first down or nothing. And the Clinton Airs are going to complete a long pass, and they're going to get in for the touchdown just like that. So just like that, things are turned around. And the Cougars go from having a chance to take a lead to being down by 2 scores. It's now Clinton 33, Northwest Rankin 25, point after try coming. Special teams miscues have really hurt the Cougars tonight. Point after try coming now from Braylon Spann. It's a good snap, good hold, good kick as this up through and good. So the Airs go back on top by 9. That's a 2-score lead. It's Clinton 34. Northwest Rankin 25. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment.
Another stop here. Warriors left a lot of time on the clock there, but they get a big run here from number 6, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to take it to the end zone. Roman Causey will go 62 yards to the end zone to give Oak Grove a 34-21 lead.
Simply unfortunate, Jeff. This is where you get late in the game. The depth really shows these athletes at Oak Grove. Man, they've got some speed, and that's unfortunate. Defense has played a great game, despite what the score says, but couldn't come up here.
So the PA attempt.
End zone, looking for a man. Going to throw it out the back of the end zone. He was trying to find the Darian Hart. We got 14 seconds in the game. Chris, what is that on the field down there, around the 50?
It's actually a mouthpiece.
Oh, okay.
Mishandled by the Cougar return man. I think that's Snell. It is Mario Snell, but he gets a good return. Nonetheless, gets it up to about the 35-yard line when the Cougars will start 1st and 10. Want to thank another one of our sponsors, Citizens Bank.
Quick pass out in the flat to Blunt, who breaks one tackle, gets out of bounds near sideline after a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
That'll stop the clock. We'll bring up 3rd down for the Chargers. Got to get out to the 30.
Look at our stop route. That ball was tipped by somebody.
Yeah, tipped by Braxton Wells, I believe, right at the line of scrimmage. Good job, Braxton Wells.
They give it to Matsey off the left side, and he's not going to get it. He's dropped at the 28-yard line. Decision time now for Coach Cutt. Only a gain of 1.
I think you'll see Coach Cutt go for it here, Don. Only 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. You do have all 3 timeouts, but they're going to say 4th and 1. Now South Panola has 2 more injured players. Man, they have fallen like flies here in the second half with that cramping.
Yeah, they're 2 of their big defensive line.
Fumbles a ball. I don't know if he fell on it or sacked, though, by a Bulldog as we hit 4 seconds. And that is going to wind the clock to 0. And the Dogs are going to get to 2-0 in a big win over rival Madison Central tonight. They will pull within 1 game in the series, 12-11 in favor of the Jags. But the big one tonight, Dogs win 21-7. Chris, we'll get you with.
Okay, so Brandon beats Madison Central 21-7. The Bulldogs are now 2-0 to start the season. They're going to host Gulfport next week. Meanwhile, Madison Central is going to be at Clinton. The Jaguars fall to 1-1. Speaking of Clinton, the Arrows up 34-25 at Northwest Rankin. But Northwest Rankin has the ball with just under 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. If you were watching just a moment ago, Northwest Rankin scored a touchdown, and then on a 2-point conversion attempt had a guy wide open in the end zone who was just overthrown. I bet they're wishing they had that 2-point conversion back right now. We also are watching South Panola and Oxford. Oxford is down 34-28 to South Panola, and Oxford has the ball. It is 4th and 1 for the Chargers.
He's got the first down.
Needed to get to the 30. Don got to about the 33, maybe 34-yard line. First down, Chargers. Clock will stop while they get the ball set. 4:42 left here in the game.
We got another injured player down for the Chargers. That's one of the linemen. One of the linemen is down.
Phillipson in at quarterback in the pistol formation. Now with just 1 running back behind him. Got two wide receivers right, one left, and H-back to the right side. Phillipson looking to throw. He's going deep down the left side. And a good job by the Clinton defender to go up and knock that away from, I believe that was Snell. It was Mario Snell that it was intended for. Good defense that time by Clinton. They knocked the pass away. So the pass goes incomplete. It'll make it 2nd down and 10 now for the Cougars. Clock stopped with 9:41 to go. Now we've got a timeout as a ball came onto the field, a football. Not sure where it came from.
Okay, we're going to stay here with Clinton Northwest Rankin while we hear a word from Performance Therapy.
Hello, my name is Brooks Fort Mary. I'm the director at Performance Therapy in Clinton. We're a clinic in town that offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy for adults and pediatrics, which helps kind of set us apart a little bit in this community. On the physical therapy side, we're able to treat orthopedic injuries, knee replacements, rotator cuff surgeries, anything like that. But also we offer pelvic floor physical therapy for those people that need that, and pediatrics. And our occupational side and speech side also treat adult and pediatric patients. Because we offer all three disciplines, we're able to try to give a wide approach and really see anything that's needed in this community. Our clinic's really willing to go the extra mile and help patients however is needed. If you have a game, we want to go and support you and see how we can serve you in that way. If it's at your daycare, we're willing to go visit that and see how your kids need accommodations or treatment with that. So we're willing to do whatever's needed and be there every step of the way for you in your recovery. If you're in Clinton, you can reach out to us specifically, but if you're at any of our other locations, feel free to visit our website, performancetherapyms.com. We are Performance Therapy, hands-on treatment, comprehensive care, proven results.
All right, so Northwest Rankin gets a touchdown. PAT good. It's 34-32. Let's go over to South Panola and Oxford. Oxford, a 2nd and 17. They just had a fumble they recovered as they are trying to recover from this deficit. They're now down 34-28 to the visiting Tigers.
And 15 for Oxford.
Don't have to get it all here, but you'd like to get something positive. 3rd and 15 at the Charger 49. Dean back to throw. He's going to roll to the right. He gets a block. Throws to the sideline and is incomplete. That was Blunt, the intended receiver, covered by Jamarcus Flowers.
And Dean took a pretty good shot there at the last minute. Dean will have to come out of the game unless, actually they're not going to, he will stay in the game. So 4th down and 15, Don. This may be your game here.
Yep. Big play here, 3:15 to go. So Chargers do have all of their timeouts, don't they?
They do. So, I mean, if you don't get it here, you could hold South Panola, but this is a big play here for this ball game.
3rd down and 15. Cover 2 in the middle for South Panola defensively.
So South Panola's going to burn a timeout. 4th and
lead on display there. He's out to the 25-yard line.
Again, an Oak Grove player standing over our guys celebrating after the play.
Coach Bramlett finally gets a timeout after asking for it for multiple seconds. So,
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, the ref guy, but it's getting ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it is. It's not impacting the game, but it is.
No.
You would like to see like one penalty thrown to be like, hey, we actually are conscious that this is happening.
Right, because stuff like this, when you continue to let it go, these are high school kids playing in a very
He's made some pinpoint throws, and the receivers have really made some great catches. The last one coming by Deshaun Dillon when he made the catch at the 1-yard line. He picked it off his shoestrings. 1st and 10.
Number 22, TJ Logan, just had he had a really easy interception. Stockett was hit as he threw it. The ball just went up in the air, and it was almost like catching a hand grenade almost.
Yeah, nothing he could do about
get ready for 5.
With back-to-back scores to take the lead, and now 4th down and 15 at the 49. Dean's going to throw. Back to throw. Dean's going deep. Near sideline. Blunt's out there. It's caught at the 17-yard line. A gain of 32.
Blunt had coverage. That was Flowers, number 2, who was toe-to-toe with Blunt. Somehow at the last minute, Don Blunt finds a way to get open. 1st down, Chargers.
Chargers are in the Athletico Physical therapy red zone for another time. Here's a quick pass, and it's dropped immediately. Great open field tackle that time by number 10, Willie Butler.
That was McGlawn on the reception for the Charger, but big hit, loss of 2 on the play for Oxford.
Loss of 2 for McGlawn.
From the 19.
Oxford trailing by 6, 2:44 left in the ball game. Chargers with the ball.
Second down and 12 at the 19. What a throw by Dean. And a great catch by Blunt. You could tell he concentrated so hard to make sure he tucked it in and didn't try to catch it on the run necessarily. As a handoff stuffed again by South Panola as Maxey dropped at the 20.
Rolls to his right to throw, and there's going to be flags on the play. Boy, I don't know about that. The Cougars, all the Cougars did.
From the 20, Dean back to throw. He's got time. He throws to the end zone. Caught! Did he get in? No signal yet. He's down at the 1-yard line.
Once again, it was Blunt. Nice pass from Dean. Blunt caught that ball down on a little slant there towards the middle of the field. And a quick snap here, and the Chargers very close. No signal yet. Touchdown.
And the students are going crazy. Listen to the crowd.
Drew Dean on the key, the QB keeper. Touchdown, Oxford. Chargers tied up at 34-34 as they will come on to try to make it a 1-point Oxford lead. Extra point pending.
Biggest extra point of the year right here.
For sure.
Young sophomore Thompson will attempt the PAT with Lovern holding. Bad snap! Bad snap. It's going to roll loose, and we're going to remain tied at 34. Wow, 34-34 with 1:54 to go. Now the South Panola crowd will make some noise. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back all tied at 30.
He's going to hit his receiver. He's going to have enough for a first down. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to get out of bounds or be knocked out of bounds at about the 41. We got flags on the play, though. I think this is coming back. I think this is going to be holding against the Clinton Arrows.
White going to try to launch it. He was going to try to go deep with it, but he is hit by a couple of Warrior defenders. Quavon Hudson was there.
As was Robertson. That's a big
Yeah,
fella.
Devin Robertson.
It's not someone I want falling on me.
And again, that's the sophomore. So, Coach Bramlett takes a timeout with 30 seconds.
Going to make it second down and 18 for the Cougars. For the Arrows. So second and 18, Clinton, 7:56 to go in the game. Arrows clinging to a 2-point lead. Walker back looking to throw. He's going to hit his wide receiver on the right side, and he's going to be buried by a host of Cougars after a 2-yard gain, and it's going to be third.
Here's the kickoff by Thompson as we welcome you back. It's a line drive picked up at the 2, 10, 15, 20, hit, breaks a tackle. Finally going to be knocked down around the 25-yard line. And that was a big-time hit. There's 2 Charger players on the field, and Chance is getting a workout tonight.
He needs a bonus tonight, Don. He's been out there bumping.
Peyton Trigg, the last quarter. Big play for the junior linebacker, Billabrew. So the Arrows will indeed punt. Back for the Cougars is going to be Cole Parrish again. He had a great return on the last punt. See what he can do right here. Braylon Spann is on the punt for the Arrows. He gets the snap. It's going to be a good punt. Parrish is going to field it back at his 28-yard line. He gets away from one tackle. He's up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be another good run back. He's going to get up all the way to about the 47, 48-yard line. Another good return by the senior Cole Parrish, and the Cougars are in business 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 6:35 to go in the ball game. Plenty of time for the Cougars now, down by 2. Want to thank.
We'll avoid the pressure, step up, fire it, looking for Jeremy Odie one more time, and he sails it over his head.
A little too much mustard on that one.
Yeah. And so that'll bring up 4th down with 14 seconds to play.
Thank you for being with us here in 2024. Cougars 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Phillips looking to throw. He's going to go across the middle. He's going to have his receiver. That's going to be Noah Williams. He's going to get down to the 41-yard line. That'll be a bank plus first down for the Cougars. 42, but it's still enough for a bank plus first down. 1st and 10 Cougars there in error territory now at the Clinton 42-yard line. Phillipson takes the snap, goes on the handoff to Hayden. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play down to the 38-yard line. Or 39-yard line. He'll pick up about 2 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Phillipson again looking to throw on 2nd and 8. He's going to have Deshaun Dillon. He breaks the tackle and gets away. He's going to get down across the 30-yard line. It's going to be enough for another first down. See where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 27-yard line. That's another bank plus first down for the Cougars. Cougars on the march now. They're 1st and 10 at the Clinton 27-yard line. Phillipson looking to go in a hurry. He's going to take the snap, go on the handoff to Trip Weekly, who's got good running room up the middle. He's across the 20-yard line. He's down to the 16.
It's a snap. It's a design run to the right, and he's going to get across the 30, then take a hard hit on the far sideline at about the 32.
It's first down for the Cougars. Clock running with 5:34 to go. The Cougars trying to take the lead here. They're only down by 2. They're at the Clinton 16-yard line, 1st and 10. Phillipson takes the handoff, takes the snap, goes on the handoff to Jeremy Hayden, and he pushes the pile forward down to about
Tigers. This is big right here. If you can stop them, you can call a timeout.
I think South Penola's going to let as much clock run as they can.
Cougars still looking to move quickly here. Phillipson with twin running backs. He's back looking to throw. He's got time. He's going to go across the middle. He's got a receiver in the end zone.
The 45 to the 40, the 35-30. He's going to go the distance. 10-5, touchdown, South Panola. There's no flags on the play.
Yeah, it was a couple missed tackles, Don, and that is the big play you did not want to have happen, and it did with 11 seconds left in the game. South Panola regains the lead, 40-34.
The crowd is going crazy. Just an out route, a little curve.
Get a touchdown right here. Hayden goes in motion. Phillipson back looking to throw. He's got time. He goes across the middle. He was looking for Deshaun Dillon.
7 yards, I believe.
Snap is down and the kick is up. And the kick is good. So South Panola 41, Oxford 34. We're going to keep it here with 11 seconds remaining. We don't want to miss the kickoff here. The Chargers will have one more chance.
So, ball's actually just inside the 20-yard line. So, you heard DP say it'll be a 29-yard attempt by Sherman. The kick's up, through, and good. So the Cougars take the lead with 4:49 to go in the ball game. Your score now: Northwest Rankin 35, Clinton 34. We're going to keep it right here.
Sherrod White.
All right, Oak Grove and Ocean Springs final 35-21. It's been a crazy night and a crazy finish to this week 2 as Clinton and Northwest Rankin just retook the lead. South Panola just slow playing all of us. I didn't know what they were doing. I looked like they were playing for overtime, and they just run off and they get a go-ahead touchdown with 10 seconds left. So when it comes to Oak Grove and Ocean Springs is now 0-2. They're going to be hosting Northwest Rankin next week. Meanwhile, Oak Grove will be Hattiesburg home or away? Home versus Hattiesburg. I don't know why I didn't have it written down, but I did not. So Oak Grove will be home against Hattiesburg. The Warriors are 2-0. Let's go to the kickoff between South Panola and Oxford. South Panola, they've now have the clock at 11 seconds. South Panola is 11 seconds away from victory.
Tigers are trying to snap a 5-game losing streak to the Chargers. Long will kick off. Be sure to stay with us on the Bank First post-game show. We'll give you all the final numbers at the conclusion. Long does kick it deep, and it's Blunt. He's going to field it at the 3. Here comes Levi. He's to the 20. Levi is hit and dropped at the 21. Good coverage down the field, and guess who? It was Kristen.
Yeah, he's been everywhere tonight. All over the field tonight. Chargers will have 6.3 seconds remaining time for probably one play, maybe two, but most likely one play to see if they can take it 78 yards for a touchdown.
So the Chargers, if they have a trick play in them, and we saw the old fumble Ruski down at Germantown a few years ago right before halftime. You remember that?
Absolutely.
Let's see if Coach Cut, you know he's got something that he's going to use here. South Panola's got most of their guys way back, like Ed Stanley used to play the center, about 40 yards off the line of scrimmage here in prevention. Dean's going to throw deep, throws it up into traffic, and it's intercepted at the 46-yard line. That's going to do it, and it's going to be picked off by Jamarcus Flowers, and that's going to be your ball game.
What a game, Don. Obviously, the Chargers came out on the short end, but a good ball game tonight and a big win for South Panola.
Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back on the Bank.
Wow, what a victory for South Panola. Oxford thought they at least had the lead. They score the touchdown, and then the snap on the PAT's high. They don't get the kickoff, and then South Panola gets a score late. 41-34 is your final. South Panola takes down Oxford. South Panola ends a 5-game losing streak to the Oxford Chargers. South Panola now 2-0, and they're going to be at Grenada next week. That should be a fun one between Grenada's 1-1, between those two teams, and Oxford falls to 0-2. I'm getting all thrown off. South Panola is 1-1. They are going to be hosting South Haven. Oxford falls to 1-1. They're going to be at Grenada next week. So now we're back at Clinton and Northwest Rankin. Northwest Rankin up 35-34. Clinton has a chance to take the lead late in this ball game.
Play this worked well for Clinton tonight, and it works enough there for a first down as they get across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So Clinton's 1st and 10 now from their own 31-yard line. And looks like we've got an injured Cougar. Went down. I can't see who it is from here. Not sure what happened. Just saw one of the Cougar players go down.
Okay, Germantown and Canton are not done yet. Germantown just trying to, burn some clock and end this game. But while they're doing that, they've been pushing it down the field. They're up 31-6 on the Tigers. Germantown looking at a 2-0 start to the season, while Canton is looking like they're going to fall to 1-1. Canton will be taking on Warren Central next week, while Germantown will be hosting Provine. They got JPS schools in back-to-back weeks. They're going to be on the road, They're going to be at Provine and then at Callaway. Now, meanwhile, Clinton and Northwest Rankin. Northwest Rankin just got an interception. So the Cougars make a big stop on the arrows, and now they can end this game if they can just run out the clock with 3:50 and some change to go in Flowood.
Lead, and they've got the ball 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. There's 3:50 to go in the ball game. Question is now, do the Cougars stay with their hurry up, or do they try to slow things down and burn some of the time off the clock right here?
Yeah, it's over.
I'd like to see them keep doing what they were doing. It was working. Gavin Phillipson's going to stay in at quarterback for the Cougars. He's going to work with 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left. He takes the snap, goes on the handoff to Trip Weekly, who goes off left tackle. He's going to pick up a yard or 2 on the play. And Clinton's going to call a timeout. With that timeout, we're going to take a break. There is 3.
Going to get another yard or 2. We'll give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8. 4:24, 4:23, 4:22 to play in this one. Pulaski has traveled from Little Rock, and we thought we had a chance to get the first win of the series, and they said absolutely not tonight.
Yeah, they had other plans.
Banks drops back. He's under pressure. He's running out to his right. He thought he's going to throw it, was unable to throw it. There's a penalty flag back there in the backfield. Banks is taken out of bounds at about the 42.
Well, a delayed flag. It looked like Russell wasn't even a defensive lineman back there when he threw it.
Banks looks like he's coming up a little gimpy with that leg. And he's going to go down, not be able to continue, so Stockett will return to the game. The clock is stopped with 3:59 to play. And they're going to see about help.
3-yard line. Gavin Phillipson. Excuse me, 2nd and 8. Gavin Phillipson's in at quarterback. He's worked the whole second half for the Cougars. He puts Trip Weekly in motion to the right. He goes on the handoff to Germany Hayden. And Germany's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. It's going to set up 3rd down and 6 for the Cougars. And again, Clinton's going to call a timeout and try to save as much time as they can as they're down by 1. We'll keep it right here this time. Stops the clock with 3:36 to go.
All right, so just the Cougars going to have left for us tonight. Clinton and Northwest Rankin got a timeout at Clinton and Northwest Rankin, and then we have MRA and Pulaski also in a timeout. Want to, again, say thanks to Roosters, not my cup, but to Roosters and Basil's for sponsoring tonight's meal. Really appreciate them fueling us before we got Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy underway. If you're looking for a burger, red beans and rice, they got everything you can imagine over at Roosters. And then Basil's has got paninis, pizzas, and Basil's and Roosters together in the same building down in Flowood. Go check them out. Thanks again to those two, or for that restaurant, for sponsoring the meal. Clinton Northwest Rankin back out of the timeout. Let's go back to Northwest Rankin. 3rd and 6 for the Cougars.
Phillipson's a quarterback. Puts Trip Weekly in motion again. This time he's going to go on the throw to Weekly, and Weekly drops the pass. It was a low throw. Boy, if Weekly could have held on to that. He had some green in front of him, and as elusive as he is.
Pulaski takes a timeout to keep from getting a penalty as they were trying to sub, and the Patriots are ready to play quickly. 3:20.
Just the way Clinton would want it to. Daniel Sherman is on the punt for the Cougars, and as we said, this is a Cougars' 4th punt attempt tonight, and they've only got one of them off. It hadn't been Sherman's fault. We'll see if they can do better here. It's a high snap back to Sherman. He pulls it down, and he does get the punt away, and it's a pretty good punt. It's going to go back to the 19-yard line where it's mishandled there. I believe that's number 5. That's Jaden Hollins. So a really, really good punt there by Daniel Sherman. It goes down to the 19-yard line and no return. So 36-yard punt with no return. I think the Cougars will take that all day long, especially the way things are going right now. 3:31 to go in the ballgame. Cougars holding on to a 35-34 lead. See if the defense can step up and make something happen here again.
Twins to both sides. Stockett takes the snap, throws it out to the left side. It's going to be caught by MRA's number 4, Holt Adams at the.
Now, Walker at quarterback for the Arrows, back looking to throw, gets some pressure, goes into the right sideline, has his receiver, but he's going to make the catch out of bounds. That was number 3, Eric Johnson. He made the catch, but he had his foot out of bounds, so it'll go incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 Clinton, but it will stop the clock with 3:26. They only ran 6 seconds, 5 or 6 seconds off the clock on that play, so no time wasted. Walker back set to go. He's got 1 running back, 4 wide receivers on 2nd and 10. Cougars get a little pressure up the middle. Walker feeling uneasy, pulls it down. Now he's going to run. He's going to be hit from behind. He's going to be brought down, I believe, just shy of the 1st down. He picked up about 9 yards on the scramble. It's going to make it 3rd down and 1. The clock will run, though. So it's 3rd down and 1 for the Arrows. Walker again looking to throw. Goes into the sideline. He's going to have his receiver. That was number 3, Eric Johnson. He makes the catch and steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:59 now to go in the ball game. So the Arrows get a 1st down. Still plenty of time with 2:59 to go. Walker back looking to throw. He's got time. Now he gets some pressure up the middle. Now the Cougars, thought they were going to get a hand on him. Couldn't. He gets the pass away. He's going to have his receiver. I believe that's, again, Eric Johnson. Excuse me, that's number 2, Aiden Knox. And it was, I guess they're saying it was enough for a first down. That's why the referee stopped it right there. So it was enough for a first down. The clock running now with 2:45 to go in the ball game, and clock running. 1st and 10, Clinton at their own 41. And Clinton only down by 1. Walker with plenty of time to throw. Gets the pass away across the middle. Boy, the Cougars are having to defend a long time as they're not able to get back there. We got a flag on the play back at the 35-yard line. This is usually in the area that
is now 60-35 with 2:18 to play.
Nice route by Barr there. They just had one more, and the guy took the out route, and Barr kept going on the flag of the corner route and was able to catch it for a touchdown.
60-35 is the score. Patriots put a touchdown on the board. Senior Bar Biggs with a great touchdown, with a great route and a touchdown catch. Wade Hansford on to attempt the PAT. It is up in.
1st down and 20. They go across the middle. They get the penalty yardage back. Good hard hit on the receiver, but he was able to keep his feet before he was finally brought down. That was Jordan Bracey, his senior wide receiver. So they get the penalty yards back. It's 2nd down and 10. Walker again with plenty of time to throw. This time he hits his receiver. That's going to be Johnson. It's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play to the 48-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd down and 3 for the Arrows. It'll stop the clock with 2:03 now to go in the game. 3rd down and 3, Clinton. Well, Cougars really need to get some pressure on Walker right here. They're giving him too much time to throw. He's going to get it away, though, in a hurry. He's going to have his receiver. He's going to have enough for a first down. That's going to be Hollins. He's in Cougar territory at the 47-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, Clinton at the Cougar 47-yard line. Clock running with 1:50 to go and running in the ball game. 1:45 now. Again, Clinton has 1 timeout left. Walker looking to throw. Cougars get pressure. They're going to bring him down. They're going to sack the quarterback. That's going to be number 25 for the Cougars. That's Bennett McWilliams. So the Arrows lose 4 yards on the play, a 2nd down and 14, and the clock's running with 1:15 to go in the ball game. Walker back looking to throw. Again, the Cougars get pressure up the middle, and they can't get a handle on Walker, though. He's still scrambling and running around. He's going to get away. He's going to have good running room. He's up the middle. He's going to be down to the 30-yard line. He's going to be hit by the Cougars. After a slide, we've got some players down. That's one of the Cougar players down at the 48-yard line. And we've got a Clinton player down at the 32-yard line. So we've got 2 players down on the play. I believe that's Walker, the quarterback for Clinton, that's down. And the clock stopped with 59 seconds to go.
Drive.
More than 2 and less than 5, I bet.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
1st and 10, Pulaski has 4 receivers to the left. A new quarterback in the game is number 13. He takes a snap, and he's just running student body left. He's wrapped up and taken down by Fletcher Cox for a gain of about 1 on the.
I think this is going to be another, hopefully anyway, it's just a cramp. We're getting late in the ball game. A lot of ball games been played here, and there's a lot of ball games still to be played, and we have less than a minute to go. And there will be a late hit against the Cougars. I thought that was going to be the case, but I didn't ever see the flag thrown. It was a late hit. Walker slid, and the Cougars hit him. And that will put the Arrows in field goal range. It's going to move it all the way down inside the 20-yard line. I believe that's going to put them on about the 17. Not sure where they start to feel comfortable with a field goal try by Braylon Spann. and they'll probably do it with not much time on the clock. That for the Cougars, that was Bennett McWilliams with the injury. Another one of those sophomores. So a lot of sophomores and juniors. This is a young Cougar team, one of the youngest teams I can remember in quite a while. So it looks like Walker's going to stay in at quarterback. So the Clinton Arrows are 1st and 10 at the Cougar 17-yard line. The Cougar defense needs to make a big play right here, and they do right away. They hit Walker in the backfield and bring him down. That was Ruben Billabrew. That's his 2nd sack of the night. They're going to lose about 6 yards on the play, and Clinton's going to use their last timeout of the ball game. We'll take it with them. This will be the last timeout. 30 seconds. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Northwest Rankin football here on the Cougars.
At Davini Equipment.
Okay, Pulaski and MRA final, and it is all Pulaski tonight. 60-36, I believe, is the final score. And you can see those numbers up on the MRA broadcast. Just a dominating effort by the Bruins. 301 pass yards, 268 on the ground compared to just 26 on the ground for MRA. So a tough loss for the Patriots. Falling tonight, they are going to fall to 3-1 on the season. And they're going to be at St. Joe next week before hosting Oak Grove in 2 weeks. Remember, last year that game was really good as well. MRA going down to Oak Grove, and I believe Oak Grove came away with a victory there. But that was a really entertaining ball game. Looking forward to that one this time around being in Ridgeland. So back to Clinton and Northwest Rankin. Clinton got a chance to take the lead here, running out of time in the fourth quarter.
On the end around, he's going to have number 2. He's going to get the sack yardage back. That was Aiden Knox on the play. Good job by the Cougar defense to stay home and not give up any more than that. He actually picked up about 3 yards on the play, so it's going to be third down and about 12 to go. He got just inside the 20-yard line. I thought he had picked up more than that. So 3rd down and 12. Again, you're right on the edge of Span's field goal range right here. So 3rd and 12, Walker back looking to throw. Cougars get pressure up the middle, and he gets the pass away, but I believe the Cougars have intercepted it. I'll wait for the signal from the referee. It will be an interception by the Cougars. I think it was one of the linemen. I didn't see who came out of there with the football. It might have been number 11, Ruben Billabrew. Boy, if it was, that's 2 sacks and an interception by Billabrew, and all in the second half. Or excuse me, that wasn't Billabrew. That was.
All right, a humongous interception, just trying to avoid the sack and right into the waiting arms of the defensive lineman for Northwest Rankin. So it looks like the Cougars are going to survive a thrilling game with the Arrows tonight, 35-34. This is our only game left, so now we have to bid you adieu. So if you want to go find it, Northwest Rankin has a feed. Quick Google search, you'll be able to find the Northwest Rankin Cougar feed to see the end of this ball game. So thank you for hanging out with us tonight on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. Also, thank you to Roosters and Bazels, their combined location in Flowood for tonight's pregame meal. We hope you enjoyed the show. My name is TJ Werre, and we will see you next week for Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy.